with a very important thing, your fantasy football team. How is it that you got into fantasy football?
The players in the dressing room, they play it, and I just thought I'd join in. I think try and obviously watch a few games, try and get into it a bit, and so that was it really. I'm getting there, enjoying it a bit more.
How's your team doing?
Not good. I think some of the players have took advantage of me a bit, not knowing the players that well, and they've took some of my better players.
Do you remember who your first pick was?
Gronkowski, I think.
Why?
I don't know. No, I think a few players obviously. I knew he's one of the better players. I had Barkley, which one of the players took off me, traded him. Didn't really give me the information on him, but...
You don't have somebody helping you?
They won't help. They all try to win, they won't help you on that.
Did you follow American football a bit before?
No, I'd never really watched it. So I remember I made a comment a few years ago about the Super Bowl, which wasn't a great comment, but no, I think I'm trying to get into it. I'm enjoying it a bit more.
Let's get into the team here. When you first came, what were your expectations?
I think just to try and go on a bit of a run with the team of winning games, bringing confidence back to the team, and try and build some momentum, mainly for going into next season. Knew it'd be difficult for us to make the playoffs, but the team, we went on a great run. Got confidence, belief in ourselves, and we could feel the playoffs were getting closer, and we had a good push for it, and we made it into the playoffs, and we need to try and kick on. We could finish fourth, get a home tie in the first round of the playoffs, and that might be a big difference for us.
Talking to a couple of the guys yesterday, they were, or I guess 2 days ago, they pointed to some of your comments after the match, I believe against Minnesota, where you won, but you were disappointed. What's the message that you've been trying to get to the team in those moments where the result is good, but maybe the performance wasn't up to whatever the standard is you're trying to set?
No, I think some games you win, you maybe don't deserve to win the game, so I think it's important as a team we found ways to do that. I think we've done that in the last couple of weeks really. We haven't been at our best. I thought we played really well against New York, but the games before that we weren't at our best, but we found a way to win, which is a great strength for any team. But we know we can do better, and I think it's important for the players to understand that, and we can play a lot better and make it a bit easier for ourselves rather than struggling sometimes to win the game.
You scored some goals, plenty of them while you've been here, but people always talk about the tackle against Orlando. And we were talking to Ben about it a couple days ago. He said one of the reasons he thought it resonated so much with people is it's the anti-stereotype of the aging European player that's come over here for a vacation. It's the opposite of that. Were you aware of that stereotype before you came? And did it matter to you once you got here to change it?
I didn't think too much about it, to be honest. I think people see what you put in. You're on a football pitch, there's no hiding place, and if you come, as you said, if you come with the right attitude, then people will see that. If you don't, people will see that. So it's down to you as a player, whether that's myself, whether that's other players, to have that right attitude and show, which I've done my whole career. There's games when you mightn't be at your best, but you're still working hard for the team, and that's what I've always done, and that's what I'll continue to do.
One thing that's jumped out about your time here is the connection with Lucho. Why does it work?
I think he's a clever player. I think our style of play complement each other really well, and for me it's great to play with a player like him, because you can just give him the ball, he'll create chances, he can score goals, and for me, it actually makes my game a lot easier to, you know, I'm not a player who goes on big dribbles or whatever. I try and keep it simple and get in the box. And if you've got players like Luciano who can deliver passes or crosses to you, then it makes it a lot easier.
You believe he can play in Europe?
Yeah, I believe he can. He's a fantastic player. Hopefully he can stay with us for a couple more years. But no, he's got so much ability that yeah, he can play in any team, I believe.
I'm sure you saw the England-Spain result. What'd you make of that?
Yeah, it was a great win for England. It's obviously a tough place to go to Spain and win. I think in competitive football they've been unbeaten for a long time there, so to go there and get the win, but also I think the way they defended well, but on the counter-attack they were fantastic, and obviously getting the win that'll give the players, and I'm sure Gareth Southgate a lot of confidence.
You retired yourself from international football.
Yeah.
Gareth Southgate called you. You're scoring all these goals in MLS.
No.
Would you consider unretiring?
No, I think it's the team are doing fantastic. I think it was the right time for me to retire. As a group of young players, and I think it was the right time to let them come and flourish in the team, and I've no regrets over there, and I think the players have stood up and done really well, and hopefully they can go one step further in the next tournament and try and get to a final or winning. You'll
stay retired in international football. What about all these discussions, this talk about a loan over the winter? Does that interest you at all?
No, I think I come here, I committed myself to DC, and that's what I'm going to give everything for DC. Obviously in the off season I'll stay here for a lot of that time to my children in school. I'll go back home probably for Christmas, see some family and friends, but come back. So I'm committed to DC, and I don't think it'd be right for me to start flying back and forward to play on loan for another team.
You guys have a game on Sunday. I think kickoff 4:30. Kickoff noon, Everton, Manchester United. Will you be watching?
Yeah, I think if I can get it in the hotel, if it's on, then of course I'll watch. But I think it's 11 o'clock, is it, here?
11 o'clock in Chicago, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in England. So no, it's a bit interesting game. I think obviously two teams who are in a similar position in the league, two very good teams, I believe, and it'll be a tough game.
Who do you think will win?
I don't know. I think there's pressure, obviously. I think Everton have done okay in previous years at Old Trafford, and Man United need to win. So I think it depends if Man United come and perform, then I'm sure they'll win the game.
All right, one more thing. This is for Stevie Nicol and Craig Burley and Alejandro Moreno and Hercules Gomez and all the guys back at ESPN FC who always give me a hard time. You'll never believe this. There was a reporter here who thought you wouldn't be a good fit at DC United.
Okay.
Whoever that guy is, clearly an idiot. It was me, so it doesn't. This is.
I actually seen it.
You've seen the clip?
I seen your apology.
Oh, you did? On ESPN FC, you saw the apology. So I don't even need to do an apology.
No, I've seen it.
No, we need to do another one?
I forgive you, don't worry.
Well, I apologize. As a DC United fan since '96, I am happy as heck that you're here.
Thank you very much.
All right.